going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm back. I want to say thank you to everybody who sent messages asking how I was doing, how the kids were doing. I really do appreciate it. Everything's going good. Katie's doing good. I'm doing good. Kids doing good. Christmas around the corner. Things are looking good. Everything's good. I appreciate every single one of you. I really do. I honestly mean that. If I didn't respond to your message or comment, don't take it personal. I've received a bunch, and I kind of just put YouTube to the background, and my priorities I ain't gonna say they got out of whack. But if you keep up on my Facebook, you know exactly what I've been doing. And for you that don't, you can add me on Facebook or follow me, whatever you want to do. It doesn't matter. Um, I spend a lot of time on the water. I fish a lot. For anybody who's interested, I bass fish, and I've really been stuck on crappie fishing. If you know anything about fishing, I just bought live scope for my boats, and I've been really testing that out. And I've even been contemplating on making a fishing channel too, just crappie fishing channel. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Today, we're going to talk about, you got a CJO, what should you do next? Um, I've seen plenty of horror stories of how Norfolk Southern HR has been handling things with new hires, and I think this video really needs to be put out there because they don't tell you this. Um, and that is, if you receive a CJO, you get an email saying you got your job offer, we need to do your physical and your background check. Just because you get your physical and your background check done pretty quick doesn't mean you're going to start very soon. So my biggest advice is do not quit your job until you get a start date. The reason I say that is it's taking months for these guys and girls to get their start dates, just like I did. So I got my CJO email in May of 2017. I started in September of 2017. So it took them a long time. And now with COVID ramping back up and Norfolk Southern being federal and their vaccine mandates and stuff like that, they're going to abide by these regulations and stuff by the CDC. So your classes are going to be smaller. There's not going to be as many people going to each class. There's not going to be as many classes, and so on and so forth. So now it just slows everything down, just like with everything else, with with shopping and just goods in general. So, like I said, if you just got a CJO, probably within the last month, you're probably gonna be waiting until I would probably say spring of next year. Hopefully sooner. I could be completely wrong, and they may send you to your yard to start training first before you ever go to Georgia. I know they did that last year during COVID. They sent a bunch of guys to either their yard where they hired out of or a yard close by. And so, who knows what they're doing. I know when it comes to getting in touch with your recruiter, nobody wants to answer you. Get some kind of automated email, and I'm not going to necessarily stick up for NS, but I am going to say this: try to have a little bit of empathy. I know it's hard and it's frustrating because you could possibly go on from a job like for me. I went from a job making $12.50 an hour, making $30,000 a year, all the way to straight to Norfolk Southern making 70, 80, right? So your patients are really thin. You want to see that money, and I get it, I really do. But just take a step back, and I always want you to look at it from this standpoint. I bet if I was a gambling man, that Norfolk Southern's HR department is pretty small. And what I mean by small is maybe I would say 100 or less. Now they're probably saying, well, Joey, that's pretty big. 100 people in a HR department, that's pretty big. Yeah, but you gotta think they're hiring thousands of people. They're trying to coordinate classes, hotels, funds, food cards, all this stuff, and they're trying to do all this as quickly as possible. So just have a little bit of empathy. I know it's frustrating. I know it's aggravating, and you just want to get started with your career and get going. Because the sooner you start, the more seniority you'll have, and all that good stuff. The money will start to come in. So I understand. I do understand. Just try and be a little bit patient, and just keep bugging HR, and hopefully they'll eventually answer you. But that's really all I want to make the videos about, was just do not quit your job unless you have the funds to do so. Thanks for listening to me ramble. I'm done talking now. I'll have a video up next week, hopefully, or this week, who knows. And if you got any questions, email me, message me, add me on Facebook. I may make a fishing channel, crappie fishing, whatever. Anyway, so y'all be careful, be safe. Don't let nobody rush you. Keep your head on a swivel when you're out there. Don't do nothing stupid. And yeah, we'll catch you on the next one, guys. Y'all be safe.